Hi, good day. Welcome to Marble Halls TV. And I want to talk about an issue from yesterday. Now, our good friends Tottenham Hotspur lost to Everton in the FA Cup fifth round. Incidentally, Everton, I think, are going to play Man City. Um, it's been a long time since they won the FA Cup, but that's by the by. I'm not an Evertonian, not a blue, a toffee man, whatever their nickname is. But I want to talk about a point here. Um, Personally, I claim the right to laugh at Spurs, and I do not care if they're better than us. I don't care if they're higher in the league. I don't care if they've got a better manager. For me, Tottenham is the enemy. Now, a number of reasons why I think this way. Um, Firstly, would they extend this courtesy to us? I don't think they would. Okay, let's put it this way. When we lost the League Cup final to Birmingham, remember that in 2011? Now, we finished above them that season. We were a better team, had better players. I think they had Harry Redknapp that season. We had Wenger. Yes, Wenger at that point wasn't prime Wenger, but he wasn't prime Wenger. But even still, he was better than Harry Redknapp. Let's be frank, and that's not to diss Harry Redknapp, but it's the truth. Now, when we lost to Birmingham in the last minute, Koscielny and what's his name, Chesney had their mix up. How many Tottenham fans were noble enough and decent enough and realistic enough not to laugh their fucking head off? The footballing world laughed their head off, and rightly so, really. It's banter. But I doubt many Tottenham fans thought, oh, Arsenal better than us. We can't laugh. Fuck that. when we lost the Champions League final, 2006, to be fair, we narrowly finished above Spurs that season. I think that's when Martinelli was their manager. But when we lost to Barca, and I'll say our Champions League final run was better than theirs. I say better in terms of the teams we beat and the team we had. At that point, that was the weakest team in Wenger's tenure, player for player, I'd argue. But did Tottenham think, oh, well, we've never been to a Champions League final before, so we can't cuss Arsenal? No. When, I can probably name a number of, let's say during the peak Wenger years, right? When we lost to Man United in the FA Cup semi, we were way better than Tottenham that season. Did Tottenham fans not laugh? Of course they did. When we lost to Leeds in the penultimate league game, which probably cost us winning the league that season, did Tottenham fans think, oh, well, when did we last challenge for the league? When we last win the league, we can't laugh at Arsenal. No. I'm sure they did. I could probably go through a number of events where we were better than them. They were down there. So that's the end of my first point. Tottenham fans generally would not extend this civility and this realism to us. Second point, who says that football banner has to follow this logical format? Who says, oh, you can't cuss us? I say tough fucking shit. Football, the joy of football banner for me is that it doesn't follow a logical pattern. I'll give an example. When I've been at work, right, Arsenal has a bad result. You have man supporting Luton Town, MK Dons, even man supporting clubs like Walsall, laughing at me or Gooners generally. Now QPR. Now these aren't clubs on Luton Town's level. Sorry, on Arsenal's level. That's not the point. It's Okay, so let's put it this way. If Barcelona, I think they had a bad defeat to some team in the Copa del Rey or La Liga. Can't we laugh as Arsenal fans as Gooners because Barcelona are a bigger and better club with Messi? Of course not. So who says this banter has to follow a logical pattern? And so the only team that can ever banter is the one at the top of the league or the most successful. The thing is, people banter because it's fun. It is fun, and that's part of, to some extent, part of the joy of football. Not just football, but many sports. Um, Following many sports. You know, if you're okay, who's the best Test cricket team in the world at the moment? I'm not sure who's top of the ICC rankings. Let's say India, for sake of argument, or Australia. Um, right. So if let's say India lose to, I don't know, fucking Bangladesh, um, and does that mean if you're a New Zealand fan you can't laugh because India are better than New Zealand? If well, that's the same logic, which to me is odd logic in my opinion. So second point, who says it has to rely on a logical basis? Banter's banter. Who says you can only be at the top if you banter? The point people banter is fun. And yes, you can gloat if your team wins big, but you can also have to take the shit if your team loses. Look, we lost badly to Wolves. As a Gooner, I took the hit because it is coming no matter what. You can't avoid it. When we lost to Villa, I took the hit. Tottenham taking it now. Um, so that's just the way shit rolls. And last point, Tottenham are the enemy, right? So they're our biggest rivals, have been for many decades, right? Why then do we need to extend this charity for a team that is our deepest rivals? Um, Look, you have some fans who don't consider Tottenham the main enemy, and to be honest, I understand it, but I don't get it if that makes sense. Because football rivalry is cultural. Um, Liverpool, Man United is cultural because Liverpool, Manchester, the two biggest cities in the northwest of England. Look, Newcastle, Sunderland haven't been in the same division for years, but they have a rivalry. Celtic, Rangers, again, not just because they're in the same city, Glasgow, obviously, but you have the sectarian thing like Catholic and Protestant, and you know, to some extent, a spillover from the Northern Ireland like schism of unionism and Irish nationalism and all that. Um, you look at Real Madrid, Barca. Yes, they're not geographically close, but that goes back decades because of the Franco rule and like Franco oppressed the Catalans. So that's how, and Real Madrid was Franco's team, so that's how it kind of started up. So you know, football support goes back decades. It's cultural. It's not just about who is your rival. It's this football clubs. Every club has a culture, from the biggest of clubs to the smallest of clubs, and hating Spurs is part of the culture being Gooner. Football rivalries are not just based on who is your best team at the moment. If we're going over the last 10 years, say, then you can probably say Chelsea is our bigger rival than Tottenham because we've actually competed for and won major finals against Chelsea. Um, you know, so yeah, um, that's what I would say then. Tottenham are the enemy, and there should be no love lost. So people could agree or disagree with my 3 points. But yeah, as the title says, I claim the right to laugh at Spurs. Why? Because I'm a Gooner, and that's what a Gooner, in my opinion, should do. So yeah, them losing 5-4 was funny. Arteta's done out here, but at least he can still win trophies that lot can't win for 30 odd years. So yeah, I don't care if they're higher in the league. I don't care if Mourinho is a world class manager. I don't care if they have better players on form like Kane and Song. They're the scum, they're the enemy, and they deserve every laugh they get from me at least. So yeah, thanks a lot for listening. I've waffled a bit, but that's just my honest opinion. So thanks a lot.